what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a closer look at proper form for the barbell shrug to ensure that you're not only performing the exercise correctly in your workouts, but there are a few form cues that can help you maximize the benefits of this movement because it's a much more than just bringing your shoulders up and down like this, okay? And now, the primary muscle group we're targeting here obviously is the traps, or to be more specific, upper traps and a bit of mid traps, as well as the rhomboids. And this is because our traps are responsible for supporting the neck and elevating the scapula, or bringing your shoulders to your ears, which we can see happening during every single repetition while performing the movement. Also guys, in order to perform the exercise correctly, we need to retract our shoulder blades, and this is controlled by the rhomboids. But as for specific form cues to maximize this movement, well, that's what's going to bring us to my 3 golden rules. So let's jump right into it. Golden rule number 1, learn how to position your shoulders. Guys, a shrug might seem like a simple movement, and to be fair, it is, right? But that doesn't stop a whole lot of people from falling into a bit of spinal flexion and shoulder protraction, either due to fatigue or from everyday bad habits. And this is because unless you're consciously aware of your shoulder position, most of us go through our daily lives with rounded shoulders. It happens. But exercises like this give us a chance to not only build up our traps, but also strengthen our posture and make us more consciously aware of our shoulder positioning as well. Now, I'm not saying that you need to retract your shoulders as hard as you can during this exercise, but you want to make sure your shoulders are slightly pulled back or at least sitting in a neutral position if you want to maximize your traps engagement during the flex or at the top of the movement and during the stretch or at the bottom of the movement. But what I see happening a lot in the gym is that because you're grabbing a barbell that's in front of you, this instinctively makes us both bend over and protract our shoulders to pick it up, especially if picking the weight up off the ground or on a really low rack. So the best way to unrack a barbell shrug to avoid both spinal flexion and rolled shoulders would be to position the barbell just a few inches below your hands. This way, even if lifting super heavy weight or using wrist wraps, you can still unrack the barbell with your shoulders back and chest up. Also guys, a quick bonus tip here. Once you have total control of the exercise, try doing a slight lean forward for an extra deep stretch at the bottom of the movement. Just be sure to keep your chest up and shoulders back while doing this. Golden rule number 2, know when to use momentum. You guys have seen me talk about power shrugs a lot for traps growth, right? In fact, that was the exercise that I used in my 30 days of traps training for nuclei overload. So they definitely have their place, but you need to learn to walk before you can run. And if you don't learn how to get a proper stretch and flex during the movement without using momentum, you won't be able to utilize variations of the shrug like the power shrugs effectively. What I see happening a lot in the gym is people just flying through their reps. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and the set's over. Barely any time for a proper stretch or flex on the traps during the entire set. So what I want you guys to do is focus on a slight pause at the top and bottom of the movement. This means when you shrug the weight, hold it for a second and experience what an actual flex of your traps feels like. And then when you lower the weight, really feel the stretch at the bottom. This is the key to building your mind-muscle connection so you can transition into more advanced movements like the power shrug. And now for golden rule number 3, keep your cervical spine safe and properly aligned. Guys, when performing any variation of a shrug, you need to keep your core tight and look straight ahead. Nothing hurts more than a strained neck, and if you decide you want to check your doubts out in the mirror in the middle of a set, you're going to have a bad time if you pull something, because neck strains are the worst. They affect pretty much every other exercise you're going to do. So to avoid any possible injury or strain, it's simple. Just keep your head straight and your chin tucked. Now, I also have a quick bonus tip. If you have good flexibility, I want you to try a behind the back barbell shrug. This variation for the most part can eliminate spinal flexion and shoulder protraction because the positioning forces you to stand up straight and retract your shoulder blades. However, the only downside is that the movement can feel a bit awkward, resulting in not being able to shrug as much weight, either due to poor flexibility or your booty getting in the way of the barbell. Booty, barbell. Anyways. But if you can perform the movement, you will notice a bit harder upper traps contraction, as well as more mid-traps engagement as well. That wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick tips, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to never miss a new video upload. And guys, you can find great tips like this and more on my website, muscularstrength.com. In fact, if you need a program for either at home or the gym, you can try any of my fat loss or muscle building programs for 7 days free with code MS7 when you join my site as a platinum member. It's easy to join, it's only $10 a month, and you can also utilize my custom meal planner to help you figure out your macros and plan all your meals for the week. All you gotta do is click here. Be sure to catch up with me on Instagram, Scott Herman Fitness, DM me for online coaching, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.